This is the 1993 Autozam AZ-1. It is a two-seater K car which is Japan's class of smallest highway legal vehicles, but its design is more like a famously styled miniaturized mid-engine supercar. This car only has 64 horsepower and weighs under a ton at only 720 kilograms. It also features gull-wing doors. It is a quirky, lightweight pocket rocket from the peak of Japan's bubble economy car design, and that's exactly why I picked it for today's Christmas episode of Building the Ultimate. It's quirky, it's unique looking, and you don't see cars like this anymore. And in today's episode, we're going to be putting this against a car that costs stock 200,000 credits. Well, this car only cost 25,000 credits. We're going to use the rest of that 175,000 to see how fast we can make this car, and can it go up against a car that costs new 200,000? Let's find out. Before we get to the upgrades of the car, let's talk about the specification of this car as it is stock. In Forza, it has got a class rating and also breaks down the categories. It breaks into speed, handling, acceleration, launch, braking and off-road ability. This car has a speed of 4.2, a handling of 4.2, acceleration of 3, launch of 4.4, braking of 3, off-road of 5.2, and has a rating of D450. It also is a rear-wheel drive car. Now this car is pretty slow, but even if it's slow, it still packs a punch. When you go, it gets going eventually. You can just tell this car wants to just send it, but it hasn't got enough horsepower under the hood to go. It's like the designers of the car made it super fast, super stylish, and then to fit in with Japan's laws of legal road specifications, they had to downsize the engine, and you can tell this car is struggling to unleash its full potential. So hopefully upgrading the car is going to unleash that. But before we upgrade the car, we need to take it around the test track to see what we're working with as a baseline to this car. And honestly, I feel like this car's going to do terribly. Let's find out, shall we? Okay, so here we are at the test track. We are just simply doing this test track before we upgrade the car, just for fun, to see how bad the car really is. And then we're going to just see how well we can make it. And we're going to go up against our 200,000 credit car. So let's take it around the test track, see how well it does. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, off the line we go, and it's pretty slow. So around the first corner, we are hitting about 30 miles an hour. Great. I could probably run faster than that if I tried. But off we go. We are going down the first straight here, and it's looking a bit slow. Which you're going to get this whole off for this race. Typically like to hit about 100 and something miles an hour through that tunnel there, but we didn't quite get there. Under the bridge, not slowing down at all, and we handled that corner pretty damn well. Coming into the next one, I like to call this Devil's Corner, because it really catches you off guard. And ooh, we caught off guard there just a little bit as well. That ain't going to be very good for the engine. But here we are going around our, I like to call this casual corner. It's pretty wide, and it kind of slid a little bit there. But that's not that bad. We're going down. The second isn't quite straight here. And quite honestly, we like to see about 130 to 145 miles an hour here, and we're hitting about 85 miles an hour. Bit tight on the brakes. The brakes are very sharp on this car. Go around that corner looking pretty good. And we're going into the next corner here at about 70 miles an hour here. Ooh, bit of an understeer there. Bit of a slowdown going around, hitting about 50 miles an hour now. Ooh, off the track right there, but back on the track, no problem at all. Going across the bridge here, and we're hitting, you know, we having to slow down to about 40 miles an hour to hit that corner. And we're going down our first straight here, and this is where we're going to pick up a little bit more speed and try and make up for lost time, but 80 miles an hour. Oh, sorry, 85 miles an hour going into the corner, into the festival here at about 35 miles an hour. Pretty slow there. Going into the festival here, and ooh, bit of a wide turn there. And going down our last corner here, and ooh, handled that perfectly. Going down the straight here, the drag strip. And this is where we're really going to see any car we put down here pick up to its, hopefully, as fast as it possibly can go. Will we crack 100 miles an hour going down the straight. It's looking good. We are on 90 miles an hour, 92, 93, 94, 95. Come on, give me here 100, give me here 100, 98, 99. We hit 100 miles an hour. That's the fastest I've seen this car go. 103 miles an hour across the finish line for a grand time of 2 minutes and 26.7. That might be the slowest car we've had around this track, but again, it doesn't matter. This is the Christmas special. This ain't going on the leaderboard. 2 minutes 26.7. That is insane. Wow, that car was pretty slow. But alas, we are not judging this car based on how slow it goes around our track stock, but we are judging it by how fast it can go once we've upgraded it. Talking about upgrades, it is that time in the video where we are upgrading this car. It is time to build the ultimate AZ-1. Roll the upgrades. Here we are, the new AZ-1, fully upgraded with a new wide body kit and even a new front bumper. This car now looks so much cooler with that little extra addition of the front bumper and the wide body kit. It looks a lot more sportier now, and I honestly am falling in love with this car more and more the more I look at this car. It is beautiful. But again, this is not about how good the car looks, but how well it can perform around our test track while it was fully upgraded. But before we take it around the test track, how about we give it a bit of a drive and talk about what we've done to the car and what specification it now is. So this is now the upgraded AZ-1. It is a much more faster, more powerful, more stylish looking car, and the entire upgrade costs us 125,800 credits. This might be the most expensive upgrade we've done on building the Ultimate, but it is the Christmas special, so that doesn't matter anymore. But the entire total of the car and the upgrade still only costs us 150,800 credits, so it's within the budget. And this car is completely transformed. It is, you know, like I said, it's more feistier, more faster, more powerful, more stylish. And in terms of Forza spec, it has a speed of 7.7, handling of 6, acceleration of 9.1, launch of 9.1, braking of 7, and off-road of 4.8, giving it a class rating of S1898. It also has a all-wheel drive configuration compared to the rear-wheel drive configuration. Now, out the factory, this car was pretty slow with 64 horsepower, whereas this has now got 448 horsepower. This is what the car should have been out the factory. It was imitating the look of a small miniature supercar. This now has the power performance to go with it. And honestly, I love it. It only weighs 855 kilograms, 130 more than it did from the factory. This car is built for speed, and it's built for fun. Talking about speed and fun, we're now going to take it around our test track to see how fast we can take it and how fast it's going to be to go up against our stock 200,000 supercar, and see, is it worth spending less and getting more? Let's find out. Okay, here we are at the test track. We are going to actually see how fast we can take it around the test track. It's going to be our baseline score for our stock vehicle in the next episode. And honestly, I think we're going to enjoy how fast it goes around our test track. It's going to be a very fast car. But without further ado, let's see how fast it really is. We're going to take it around our track in a whopping 3, 2, 1... and off the line we go. And honestly, Off the line, already faster, almost hitting 70 miles an hour there. Going around the first corner, pretty slow again, but it also makes up for that just by going really fast. Almost lost it on the second corner. Going down the first isn't quite straight, and we are hitting 120 miles an hour into there. Going around our next corner here, slowing right down to 60 miles an hour. Bit of a slide there, but taking it like a champ. Coming up to death corner now, and is that? It went through perfectly fine. The brakes and the cornering on this car have improved, and honestly, going around the casual corner here, it slowed down a little bit like the last time. Understeer still present in this car, but this thing makes up for it by going down the second is quite straight at 150 miles an hour, slamming on the brakes right there. And honestly, this is the fastest I've seen this car go around. And going around the next corner here, and we are hitting speeds of about 80 to 70, 80 miles an hour going around this corner. And we're staying on the track here. Again, wants to slide, but also very sticky to the ground. Going around the bridge here, and we're hitting the bridge at around 50, 60 miles an hour. No problem at all. Going into the first straight here. And honestly, this is where it's going to pick up a lot of speed. This thing is a champ going straight. Hit about 120 miles an hour there. Going into the festival at about 50, 60 miles an hour. Slowing right down for the last corner with a bit of smoke from the tyres there. They're squealing hard. Going to the last corner now. Ooh, took a bit wide. Just scraped the tyre wall into the last straight here down the drag strip. And this is where we're really going to pick up speed. We couldn't barely hit 100 miles an hour on the first car. Let's see, can we hit 200 miles an hour with this car? 180 miles an hour right there, 190, 192, 192 across the finish line for a grand total time of 1 minute 42.5. That was fast. That is a good baseline start compared to what it could be for the supercar. Definitely a good time to end on. Definitely a good time, 100%. So that was the AZ-1, a pretty sluggish car to begin with, but then turned into an absolute powerhouse at the end and created a very good time around our track, which we're going to do in the next episode. We're going to be comparing it to the space supercar. Or is it going to be a sport car? Or is it going to be a hatchback? We're going to find out in the next episode, and we're going to have very limited money to upgrade the car. Only about 25,000 credits we're going to have to be able to upgrade the car. It's going to be very interesting to see how well we can actually do. We'll find out in the next episode of Building the Ultimate and see, is it worth buying a cheap car and upgrading it, or just buying an expensive car to begin with? Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I am Dylan Jones, your host for Building the Ultimate, and we will be back for the next episode, and we'll be back in 2026 for another season. I'll be looking forward to seeing that in the new year. Have a good Christmas, guys. Peace out.